Hello sailors, this is Metaman. Today we will be taking a look at the Azuma, a Tier 9 Japanese free XP cruiser. First let's get the bad over with, her armor. Her front, her bow and stern are 25 millimeters. Her mid is only 27 without the extra belt that the Alaska, Kronstadt, and Ajir have. But what she does have on the stern, she does have 175 millimeter plating right here to go along with her unique shape of her citadel. It's in the front and the back similar, but this in the back, if you line up that plating and the angle on this citadel, you can prevent more citadels kiting than what you could being bow on. It's not perfect, but in gameplay you will see how I use her to prevent receiving those citadels. Her second negative, in her modules, she only has hydro. She does not have radar like Kronstadt or Alaska. It is 5 km hydro, just like Alaska. She does get an extra heal, and it's a fast heal, reload time of 40 seconds. So with the extra heal and with the health pool, she does have a second in class theoretical health pool. Now on to the good. Her artillery. She has first in class range, first in class accuracy, tied in first in class chance of starting fires. She has way out in front first class HE damage at 5100 per shell. Second in class is all the way back at Alaska with 4300 per shell, which Alaska has a slower shell velocity, which means harder to hit those little lollybots moving around the map. Her AP is underrated. It comes in at 8650 per shell. That is last in class, but in my game you will see me use HE and AP. This is what happens when you broadside to a Jean Bart and an Azuma at 14 kilometers. Don't be this guy. This is the all tier 9 match. Got 3 DDs per side, a bunch of cruisers, 5 battleships per side. I forgot to point out that the Azuma's hydro at 5 kilometers is shorter than the Ajir's hydro if he has the special captain. When I was pointing out shell velocity and concealment against the Alaska, I was implying that you're able to get a little bit closer with the Azuma because of concealment, and your shell velocity is a little bit faster than the Alaska, so you're going to be a little bit more accurate because you're getting closer and your shell velocity is faster. I do not sail the Azuma just to farm damage. I try to support the DDs. I try to stay as close as I can without being spotted. The advantage to the Azuma is that it has such a big alpha strike that you're hitting little destroyers that majority of the time do not have heals. So you're taking a big percentage of that ship's health pool Doesn't matter what tier it is. If they're not repairing that, you could take 10-20% of their health right off the bat. Instead of waiting for the DD to show up, I'm going to have to shoot at this Donskoy. Try to get him to back off and let my DD stay in the area. I'm guessing that he radared so that he could see my DD. I'd really like our DD to move up a little bit to be able to spot their DD so I could get a strike. Two salvos, two chunks, both of them over 5,000. That's just HE damage. Azuma without the radar or without the longer hydro is a little bit more of a lone wolf. Kind of a selfish ship. Doesn't have the utility that Alaska or the Kronstadt can have, helping out the rest of the team. Now that we've pushed back their main force, we're all going to go ahead and push into this cap. See if we can catch this destroyer off guard. Trying not to fire so that I can sneak up on that DD. But watch the health pool just drop from a single salvo. 6,000. That's over a quarter of his health in one salvo. That's why I like the Azuma. This is a bad shot here. I should have had that kill. But now we've pushed up so far. I get lucky here. The Alsace should have one-shot me right here. But I had no choice but to turn around here. And because I am kind of pincered right here, I'm going to have to start kiting away. I'm going to try to get this cap first. A lot of people sit back, farm in, say, a Donskoy or a Kutuzov or a Azuma or Yoshino, when you can farm big numbers, but you're not necessarily helping your team win. I'd try to stay around the caps. I try to help out with my destroyers. You might not have the same damage, but if you pay attention to the XP boards at the end of the game, if you add a capture here or a few defenses there or take a big percentage off of DDs, you're going to be up high on the XP board. But now that I'm pincered, I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do. I'm going to have to start kiting. I kite, but not the whole game. That's not my goal. But here I'm kind of pincered in between two sides. I don't want to broadside to either one. Switch over the AP, see what we can do. He's a little bit angled, but we'll see. Get a couple thousand. Probably should have HE'd right there. But watch what happens to this Donskoy right here. This is the AP at not quite 14 kilometers. Pay attention to the score. 28,000 I have. Blap. 1 Citadel. 14 kilometers away. The AP is undervalued on the Azuma. Right now I'm just trying to kite to survive. After I get this Donskoy to kite out far enough, I'll be able to turn around and start fighting this Alsace. Or run if I want. I could disappear. They start salivating, seeing that I'm down around half health, but my heals go so fast at 40 seconds to regenerate compared to most ships are 80 seconds. These super cruisers are great at being able to just go through the bow or stern of the battleships and get full HE penetrations. I switch over to AP. I don't think I could finish him. Well, he's around 6,000, 7,000. I don't think I'd finish him with HE, so I want to throw out a AP volley. Been averaging 5 to 7 in an AP volley on these sides. Right there. Now, if that Donskoy didn't go mid, I could have went over to Bravo. He'd still be alive, but if I would have went over to Bravo, I could have helped defend Bravo a little bit better. Instead, I got stuck in a kiting position. But I am occupying 2 ships over here. Yeah, should have went HE on that one. Now that everybody's kited out, I can go ahead and start concentrating on this Alsace, get rid of him, and get back in the game. But you see, I'm not quite perfectly stern on to the Alsace. I try to angle just slightly off, just enough to get that little sliver of 175 millimeter plating on my stern, so that if he wants to throw AP at me, that I can bounce a little bit with that, and then the odd shape of my Citadel. I didn't get to aim that well on that, just because I had to turn back around and make sure he didn't get a full pen with his salvo. But this Alsace, he's trading with me. He got me for 4,000. He got me for 1,700, I think. And now we got another 4,000. But when I hit him with a full salvo, I'm hitting him with 5,000 plus. We're down caps. I'm going to go ahead and try to push up, catch us DD off guard. Yugumo looks like he's able to go get Charlie by himself. If you look over at Alpha, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ships over there. Now we just dropped one. They only had 2 over there. And we're still not controlling Alpha the way that we should. Another ship down over at Alpha. Our Yugumo is doing a good job. He helped me with the Alsace. He's going to get Charlie. The Azuma with those fast heels. When you look at the Massachusetts, most people think of the Massachusetts as being so strong because of its secondaries. Well, one of the main things that it's really strong at is that it heals so fast. You compare it to a Tirpitz, a Bismarck, Alabama, and such. They have 80-second reloads on their heals. Well, the Massachusetts has 40-second heals, or 40-second reset on its heals, same way as the Azuma, and it has that extra heal. That's one of the big advantages of the Azuma. I like the Yoshino, but I believe the Azuma is stronger at tier 9 than what the Yoshino is at tier 10 because of that extra help on heals and because it gets to face tier 9 competition also. Try to see if I can get a little bit of help over there, get rid of that ship so they can come back and help us. That rune's flying out there a little bit too far. He's going to be zoned out of the match. Take him too long to come back. But he is running for his life, so... The funny thing is Azuma actually has a higher AA rating than the Alaska. Most people consider Alaska an AA boat, along with radar. Well, the Azuma has better AA than the Alaska. Get rid of that Iowa. Hopefully that rune can come back. I really don't want to fight the Kronstadt heads up. I'm at 27,000 health. He's at 51. I'd like to get rid of this Donskoy. Help us out with some points. I'm telling the rune to go over there, cap it. Charlie. He's pretty far out. We're running out of time. I'm going to move into Bravo. If I have to fight the Kronstadt, so be it. But I'd like to kill that Donskoy. He's on very low health. Trying to get a shot on this Donskoy, hoping he's right around this corner. Nope, a little bit too far. And our rune's still not in alpha. Or still not in alpha. And I get snuck up on by the Kronstadt. He had to come around sooner or later. But you'll see something here. He's shooting his AP. I can tilt a little bit. He gets some damage. I'm getting just as much damage as he is off his AP, off of 3 shells of my HE. All I got to do is keep a good angle. Trying to get my guns around. For some reason, he's worried more about this destroyer. Trying to get a fire towards the mid to the back of the ship so that I could get an easy fire in the front also. Just trying to spread out fires. At least like to get a mid or back, make it easier, so that when he goes bow on, I have a clear shot at his front. Another nice thing with the Azuma, which you hardly will ever use, but it does have nice secondaries. Now that I have a fire in the back, it's an easy shot in the front. Get another fire. Now that I made sure that I got a fire in the back, even if he put the fires out, well, I mean, he doesn't need to put the fires out, but if I had one in the mid, I couldn't get another fire. But now that he had the one on the stern, I can continue to just stack fires on him. With the alpha damage of my HE and the fires together, he probably should have paid attention to me first. $5,000 to $7,000 every salvo. We run out of time here, but I just wanted to show you the capability of the Azuma. If we had more time, I think we would have won this one. We just ran out of time. I got zoned out early when I got pincered by the Alsace and the Donskoy in the middle. Azuma is a capable ship, has the best HE, I think the best guns at tier 9. The things that it does not have is the utility of the other ships, Alaska and Kronstadt, and the Ajir as a better hydro, better radars. This is Metaman signing off. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, please like, and please put down any ships that you'd like to see another review on. And yes, I do like the Azuma. I believe she's worth it.